Yo, we live and we back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. Y'all already know what I'm here for, man. Bringing you another edition of my starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? But before we do that, y'all know it's the lineup review. Looking at the previous day's slate, going through my process, seeing what I went with the starting five and why I went that direction and how I finished up my lineup. So we're gonna get into this breakdown. But before we do that, man, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button for your boy, man. Come on, man. A few more likes. If you liking what you're hearing, if the play's been working for you, or you just been tuning, checking it out, man, please hit the like button for me. We've been getting consistently over 200 views on the video, but we have yet to reach 50 likes, man. That's a 1-to-4 ratio. Please, I'm trying to get 50 likes on this one. Listen, that's one out of every 4 people. So if you're hearing this right now, man, you're the 4th person. Hit the like button, alright? Thank you so much. So very kindly. It's greatly appreciated. Now let's get into this breakdown. Last night was oh my God, the most ridiculous scoring night I think I've ever experienced in daily fantasy basketball, man. Oh my goodness. In the $12 single entry it was in, the cash line was $370. The 20 max, I think the cash line was $350, $355, something like that. It was just utterly ridiculous. Oh my God. You needed every bit of everything to make any type of money last night. As you can see right here, my best lineup put up 373 and we didn't win nothing. You hear me? Nothing, man. 373. Get us in the $1.20 max right here. Came in like 4,300 plays. This is, oh man. Let's get into the breakdown though, alright? So yesterday I knew it was gonna be a stars and scrub night. There was so much value, so many different value pieces you can plug into your lineup to get to some of the pay up options. So I wanted to give me a starting five that one locked in my favorite pay up option, but also gave me enough salary to pair it with another pay up option like Jokic or Giannis or whoever the case may be. So that's how I came with my starting five build. So if you caught the updated starting five, you know I went with Russell Westbrook, Daylon Wright, Aaron Naismith, Kenyon Martin Jr., and Mo Bamba. Right? At the top, Westbrook was my favorite pay-up option as well. He was a lot of people. He's just been on a tear, man. You can just pencil him in for a triple-double and take it from there. The question is with Westbrook is how far over the triple-double is he going to go? But he's penciled in for a triple-double right now. So I just wanted to lock him in. He got it at 51% on. I didn't care how much he was on it. This was a great spot. The highest total on the slate. And both of these teams play at a fast pace. And I just wanted to get some exposure to Russell Westbrook right here. Got him, like I said, at 51% on in the 20 max. He gave us 81 DK points. Another monster performance from Russell Westbrook. Another triple-double. He just play him, man. Just play him until his season is over with. You can just lock in Russell Westbrook pretty much any night. So we went here, gave us a great performance, the highest scoring performer on last night's slate. But you didn't necessarily need him to win as so many guys went off. Coming in at my shooting guard spot, Daylon Wright, 5,600. If you caught the video yesterday, I told you him, Bagley, those guys were just too cheap for the roles they expected to see. I told you can go back to Bagley, even though he let you down the previous slate, man. These guys are in play until their salary moves to something more respectable for their current roles. So 5,600 Daylon Wright. We knew he was going to be a little chalky as well. He was 55% on this contest, turned in a monster, almost 10x, another 50-plus burger from Daylon Wright, man. Just solid fantasy performer. Had 6 steals, though. That's what got it done over here tonight for you. 6 steals from the guy and a block. You gotta love that from your point guard. So definitely can continue to play Daylon Wright. Definitely needed this big performance from him. Aaron Naismith is where I went wrong right here. I take this L, but this is a tough one to take. I wanted to go Naismith just to get different. It was a lot of it was a lot of pay down options. I'm sorry, that guys were going to be trying, like to think Shaq Harrison was looking at some ownership, Dean Wade, just guys we that we weren't sure on that could easily fail for you. So I went to a guy that tried to get different. I went my strategy last night was to get different at my pay down options. That's what I tried to do, pick a couple different pay down options to get different at. And Aaron Naismith was one of them that ended up in my core. Got him at 7% on. He just wet the bed for us. 10 fantasy points. The reason why this L is hard to take, the past 3 games, he's been seeing about 27 minutes. He's been performing very solidly. They like the kid. They want to see more of him. So coming into the game, the fact that it was no Jaylen Brown, no Langford, that bode well. That bode well for him. And I knew it was a chance that the Celtics could crush the Magic here. That worked out in our favor. The only thing that didn't work out was his performance and his minutes. He only got 20 minutes. That's if a guy's been averaging 27 minutes in closely contested games, I just knew for a fact that if it turned into a blowout, he could easily push 30 minutes, maybe a little more. But that was not the case. We was wrong here, so I take this L. But hey, that's what happens when you take chances. You're going to take some L's sometime. And we took one right here with Aaron Naismith. Coming in at the power forward spot, he was just a lock for me. Once Christian Wood was ruled out and Jae'Sean Tate, I knew there was no way he didn't play big minutes. He almost screwed us, though. He got in quick foul trouble in the first half. He maybe could have had a little bigger game, but like 7 minutes into the game, he already had 3 fouls. But he got it together for us at this 3,900. Came in at 42% ownership. We knew he was going to garner a little ownership. But 50 DK points, man. You got to love that. Monster performance out of KJ Martin last night. A guy you had to have at his salaries. He was the top point per salary play on the slate, all right? Coming in at center, wanted to go Mo Bamba. Once Wendell Carter Jr. was out, we knew we just wanted to lock Bamba in. I didn't care how much he was on, as he's a fantasy point per minute beast at 5,300. We knew he could approach 30 minutes, and we knew with his, like I said, with his type of fantasy points per minute, he could easily crush this 5,300 price tag, and we got a monster game from him. He 10x for us right here, right at 54 DK points. Very solid from Mo Bamba. Rounding out my lineup, wanted to go back to Terence Davis. Got him at 13% ownership. We saw him get like 28 minutes off the bench last time. I felt like he could be in line for the same type run. And he's just another guy who scores. If he comes in and sees a couple shots go in, he's going to get more aggressive. And I like the price tag on him at 4,400. Knew he had to play. Came in at 13%. Just an okay performance from 27 DK points. Just enough to hold you in there, but definitely not enough to push you to the top of the leaderboard, as tonight's slate was to the moon. That's what the scores was, to the moon. Coming in at the fourth spot, guy tried to get different with Kyle Anderson, 5,600. Great game against Minnesota. You know it's a pace-up game, expecting it to be high-scoring, fast-paced. He's been playing very solid the last couple games, so I've snuck him in here. Got him at 11% on, but 33 DK points was just okay. Just man, I could have went somewhere else. I could have paid down to Bagley, but just trying to be too different in this lineup right here. Bagley definitely would have been a better play, but like I said, we're just trying to get different, as I already was chalky enough. I didn't want to add another piece of chalk to it, but. And then at the bottom, I got one of my pay-up items, Nikola Jokic. Wasn't drawing any real ownership, as I knew people would be scared of this tough game against the Knicks, but he's the Joker, man. He's been balling. So I didn't know he would come in at this low on. Got him under right at 5% at 10.7. The only thing that hurt him here, he was on his way to a monster performance. He probably could have rivaled Westbrook performance, but they just blew the doors off the Knicks. This game, they ran away with it early and just held on, man. He didn't get any closing run. He could have pushed 80 fantasy points right here in this spot, but the blowout really hindered his ceiling type performance, all right? This was our best lineup yesterday, 373 on a rough night, man. Let's get into tomorrow and see if we can't get some winnings going, all right? Tomorrow now, this slate, I like it. I like it. It's a tough slate. It's outside of like one or two plays. There's no clear cut locks at any position, man. You're gonna have to dive in and put it together tomorrow. Right now, provided don't any crazy news or anything come out like that to shake the slate up. But you never know how that goes. But if it stays like this for right now, I'm gonna love tomorrow's slate. I told you I love slates where there's no lock plays that everybody's gonna be on. I like the slates where you gotta really get in, dive in, and put it together. So at the top, man, at point guard, guy I want to look at is Alex Caruso, 4,100. Saw 28 minutes last time out with no Schroeder, no LeBron. It's anticipating the same type run in this matchup against the Clippers right here. Alex Caruso is just a solid player, man. He's not gonna wow you with his fantasy point per minute rate or anything like that, but he can just get it done for you in a couple of ways, man. He's just highly involved. He can score a little bit, rebound a little bit, may get you a steal or block here and there. I just like getting to him, especially at this 4,100 for the role he's expected to see tomorrow. Coming in as shooting guard, a guy I'm nervous about, but I think you gotta go to him. As like I said, it's tough tomorrow out here. No real value as far as pricing. Everybody's right where they need to be or overpriced, so it's gonna be tough trying to put it together. I think we can look at Andrew Wiggins in this spot. Been very solid. He's at 7,100. It's an okay price tag on it. He has 40 plus point upside. If they decide to, this is a matchup against the Thunder. Curry doesn't need to go crazy for them to win in this matchup right here. As the Thunder is just not good. So this may lend itself to a Wiggins game. I would definitely want to take a look at him at this 7,100 price tag. Coming in at small forward. Going right back to Sadiq Bey, 6,300. Burnt us last time out, but listen, like I said, he got the minutes last game. He just got big performances from Diallo and Sekou that really hurt him. I don't expect that from Sekou again. And Diallo is expected to be out tomorrow along with the rest of those starters. So I think we can go right back to Bay right here at the 6,300. Hopefully his ownership is down because he burned a lot of people the last time out. But you know he's going to see big minutes. He should see a decent amount of shots. I like getting to him at this 6,300 price tag. Coming in at power forward, I want to look at my boy P.J. Washington, expecting him back in the rotation after being out last game for a personal matter. Should be starting at center again, and y'all know I like P.J. Washington when he's starting at center. He's just a totally different fantasy player. Very solid upside, especially with no Miles Bridges tomorrow, so hopefully he has a increased rebound rate, a few more chances at boards with no Miles Bridges. I like getting to P.J. Washington, all right? And coming in at my center spot, I want to go to Anthony Davis. Listen, the Lakers are trying to get their groove back. Anthony Davis looked pretty good last time out. They're going against a game against the Clippers. All these games are must-win games. They're trying to avoid the play-in situation there for the playoffs. So it's a tough game against the Clippers. I think Anthony Davis lead them and get the win for them here, right? So I like going to Anthony Davis, being the man with no LeBron over here as he works his way back into playoff form he had last year. Get you some Anthony Davis, all right? All right, that's going to do my starting five right there for DraftKings. Alex Caruso, Andrew Wiggins, Sadiq Bey, P.J. Washington, Anthony Davis. Let's go take a look at FanDuel and see what I'm liking as well. Coming in on FanDuel, man, think we can go keeping it Alex Caruso, 3,900, little $200 discount over here on FanDuel. I just gave you the breakdown. He's highly involved for the Lakers, man. He does whatever they need him to do. He's the Swiss Army knife over here. Get you some Alex Caruso. Coming in as shooting guard, guy I want to look at Bradley Beal, 8,900. I love this price on him over here on FanDuel. Going against the Toronto Raptors. Listen, another team just like the Lakers who is trying to win every game as they trying to make sure they stay in the playoff game to make their playoff run. And Beal is the main scoring weapon over here. Westbrook does everything else. Beal is the scorer. He's going to need to score going against a tough Toronto Raptors team. I like getting Bradley Beal this spot at 8,900. Coming in at small forward, staying with Sadiq Bey, 6,400. I already told y'all what I'm expecting from him. High minutes, 35 plus. He should get a lot of shot attempts. We just need him to hit a few. And Sadiq Bey has been very solid. Minus the last game where he laid the dud, he put together 245 plus fantasy performances. So I like getting Sadiq Bey in this spot. Coming in at power forward, staying with Anthony Davis, expecting him to lead the charge tomorrow against the Clippers as the Lakers need every win possible, and AD is trying to round back into playoff shape. So I like him leading the charge against the Clippers tomorrow. And then coming in at center on FanDuel, a guy I want to take a look at Clint Capela at 8K. Listen, the center position is tough tomorrow. It's tough all over tomorrow. I want to go to Clint Capela, a guy who has been down as of late the last 5 or 6 games, but he hasn't been giving us big performances. But we know he's capable of 40 and 50-point performances, especially going against a weak front court right here against the Pacers with no Miles Turner, man. I do not mind getting a Clint Capela in this matchup tomorrow. Alright, there you have it right there, man. My starting five for FanDuel: Alex Caruso, Bradley Beal, Sadiq Bey, Anthony Davis, and Clint Capela. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pool. You know I'm going to have them in mind, man. That's going to do it for us here today. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll see y'all tomorrow, alright? Let's go.